10 High Street, Carrickfergus, an address once home to the Dobbin merchant family, has been sustainably restored with the support of a range of organisations and individuals, including archaeologist Dr Paul Logue and Ciara McManus. A detailed record of the work, which involved a measured survey and excavation, has been kept for future generations. The findings have added significantly to the available knowledge of the town's past.
We suspected beforehand that there may be a lot of heritage hidden in the building. So as part of the renovations, Ciara and I had a good look around the building and we found that it actually goes back into at least the 1500s, if not the 1400s.
I was brought on as a consultant archaeologist as part of the initial investigation. And at that stage, we were able to strip back all the modern features and all the modern fixtures and fittings, expose all the fabric, and then I also combined that with laser scanning the building. In that way, we were able to then reconstruct the history of the building. I think using the laser scanner was particularly useful. It allowed us to get into the building and actually do the survey, a complete survey, very quickly, and be able to record comprehensively what was being exposed on site.
The building is now, on the level that we're talking about, it's split into 2 apartments, but in one apartment, the renovation actually has kept on view timbers from the 1500s and from the 1600s and the 17th century staircase. So it's an amazing place to be in. When you look at the building, you have to look at who lives in the building. In the past, the narrative about that period, you know, the 15, 16, 17, 1800s, was that women would have just basically sat in the corner and kept their mouth shut. We've got women who took men to court and won. They owned property, they owned land, and they actually had a lot of power. The story in Carrickfergus in the past you'd have been told would have been that the Irish inhabitants, the Gaelic inhabitants, would have just lived in wee rotten cabins. But through our research, we've been able to see that they actually had very important jobs in the town. And that is the thing I think we need to explain going forward. That is a different way of looking at Carrickfergus in the past.
Often you might get a situation where a building is only looked at from a historical architectural point of view, maybe from a conservation point of view, or that the archaeology is just the archaeology below the surface. But in this instance, we've been able to do both for the upstanding building, as well as whatever's underground as well.